Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of the Language Acquisition Podcast. I'm Kunal, and today we are going to talk about learning a foreign language in your home country. A lot of people are under the misconception that acquiring a second language requires you to travel to the country where it's spoken. As someone who has acquired Spanish to a pretty good level, I would say this is not entirely true. Language acquisition, as per the theory of Stephen Krashen, takes place in the same way for all people: getting comprehensible input, understanding messages that even though you don't understand the words, you can get the message and then decipher what is being said. Now, language acquisition does not necessarily require you to leave your home country. If you're trying to learn languages that are widely spoken, there's a good chance that there are enough resources on the internet to learn such languages. Which languages am I talking about? Well, let's talk about the most popular languages in the world currently: English, Mandarin Chinese, Japanese, Russian, German, French are just a few if I had to name them. Now, why do I say that acquiring a second language does not necessarily require you to move to the country where it's spoken? Because today we live in the internet age. We have the possibility of talking to people from almost all parts of the planet that have a proper internet connection. And that's the reason why we really don't need to leave home to acquire a second language. There are more than enough resources on the internet, and if we just know how to use these, there's a good chance that we can acquire a second language. I'll give you my personal example. I learned Spanish in India. I've never been to a Spanish speaking country, and I've appeared for the Delhi exams and I have cleared the C1 exams. Now, how was this possible? Well, I went to an institute where they taught Spanish, and I worked for about a year in a call center where I was required to have the knowledge of the Spanish language. Now, what can we take away from this? Well, for one, acquiring a foreign language does not require you to leave your country. That's very clear. But then, why do so many people struggle to learn a foreign language? A lot of people give up in the pursuit of learning a foreign language. I think there are two reasons for the same. One is not having a proper system of studying where you can measure your progress and keep yourself motivated. And second is not finding a way to integrate the language into your daily life. When I was attending the institute, I had a method to assess where I was. There were about 9 levels at that institute, and every time you had to clear a level, they would give you a test, and if you pass that test, you were eligible to go to the next level. So that's where a system was put in place where you learned everything sequentially. Now, this in and of itself was not enough. I even took up a job at a call center where I was using Spanish to communicate with customers. That's when I developed my speaking abilities, and that's where I understood some subtle differences in the Spanish that's used in Mexico and the Spanish that's used in Spain. Now, when you have a combination of these two things, a proper system and a way of integrating a second language in your life, the language becomes useful to you. When most people study a foreign language, chances are they'll look up something on the internet, or they may even enroll in some classes at a nearby place or online. But that's not enough. If, let's say, you take classes on Saturday, Sunday, you go to the class, you learn what you need to, and you come back, and for the rest of the week you're doing nothing with your language, there's a very slim chance that you'll remember what you studied in class. And I think this is the reason a lot of people fail at acquiring a second language is they give the responsibility of learning a second language to a teacher. Now, teachers do play a very important role in acquiring a second language. It may be possible to acquire a second language without teachers, but with teachers, it becomes way easier. That being said, it isn't the teacher's sole responsibility to make you fluent in your target language. If you don't have the interest, if you don't have the enthusiasm, if you don't have the curiosity to search some things even when class isn't in progress, then there's a good chance that you're going to give up when it comes to acquiring a second language. You cannot hold your teacher completely responsible for the progress that you make. Your teacher is there to give you the lessons required, but implementing the advice of your teacher is completely up to you. Now, let's get back on track and talk about acquiring a second language through without having to move to the country where it's spoken. Well, if I were to talk about this, the podcast could stretch for hours and hours, but some key things that I'd like to talk about are listening to the news when you reach an intermediate level, and trying to make connections on the internet so that you can find people with whom you can speak. Now, I'll be talking about this at length in the coming podcasts, but what I do want to what I do want you to take away in today's podcast is that if the language that you're learning is widely spoken, there's a good chance that you do not need to leave your home country to acquire this language. What you do need is a proper system in place and finding a way to integrate this language into your life. I hope that today's podcast was useful, and I'll see you in the next podcast.